I don't usually make deck profiles. Actually, I should, but I don't tend to. But when I do, it's usually DP. So, I'll be going through a little deck profile of my Metalborg DP deck that I managed to get 3rd place in a 30-man tournament in the north of Netherlands, in Leiden. So this deck is really good. It's basically Daikaiser OTK, and it's really strong, and I'll just go through it, tell you my choices, and some basic plays that I want to be making with this amazing deck. Also, I play with Harmonix Messiah, but I'm not going to show that, so it's like basic G-Zone. So for starters, we play Dai. He's a grade 3 searcher. You want him, when you only have Sin Buster, you want to search out your Daikaisers. When you're sitting on Daikaiser, you want to search out your Sin Buster. Pretty standard, you know. I don't play any of the other starters like Black Boy or Dai Magnum, because I just find him to be, well, I just need to fetch out my Break Red, basically. For grade 3s, we play 4 Sin Busters, 2 of which are SP. So Sin Buster is the main boss of the card, but he's not the one that you mainly want to ride. He's the one you want to finish off. He's the one that you Break Ride and it's over. That's it, that's the game. So basically, like, his skills, I'll quickly run you through. He's Legion, and when he attacks, if it's at least 20k, then if you hit, you draw a card, and if it's over 30k, then it gets a glory effect. So basically, what you want to do is Break Ride, get up to like 76k like I did in the tournament, and then basically just kill your opponent when they're like 4 damage. Even when they're at 2 damage, like once in one game, my opponent was at 3 damage, as a 1 damage, I Break Ride, I get them to 6, they final heal. So this can like legit OTK like from 0 to 6, no problem. So we play 4 of Metalborg Sin Buster, one of the awesomest cards in DP, honestly. I think he's slowly becoming my favorite, but this guy is still unreplaceable. So we play 4 Super Dimensional Robo Daikaiser. So basically how he works is that you Break Ride, count +1, your Vanguard is +10k and a crit, and when you drive check a grade 3, then you can kill a Guardian. So that's basically it. Killing the Guardian is just a nice sweet bonus, but you're mainly doing it for the crit, because the crit really forces out a lot of possible pressure, and also the +10k really adds to Sin Buster, so they have to drop more grade 0s just to protect themselves. Moving on to grade 2s, I play 4 Urbuster. So his skill is that, well, he's Legion mate first of Sin Buster, and his skill is that when you Legion, your Vanguard gets +4k, and this following skill, that when the attack hits, yeah, there we go. If the attack hits, then you can retire 1. So basically, you can call like 3 of them, and then Legion, and then you will have your, if you hit, you can retire 3, and then restand, and then retire another 2 if you hit. So he's a really nice pressure card. He adds a lot of power as well. I usually get like 2 on the field and then Legion, so I get a +8 and the little retire bonus. My second grade 2 is Russell Blizzard. His skill is that when he attacks, you count +1, give +3k. I only really use him when I don't have a Laurel. So when I don't have Laurel, I'll use him to add a bit of power, a bit of pressure. Or when I don't have my Daikaiser and just have Sin Buster and no Laurel, then, you know, I go with him. But he's kind of situational. I will be replacing him when I get the chance, so yeah. Final grade 2 is Dai Fighter. So some people might be thinking, why not 12Ks? Well, that's because Daikaiser is not a Metalborg, and he's not a Dimensional Robo, so you can't really put a 12k. So I play 10k vanillas. This card is so clutch. Like, when all grade 2 rear guys nowadays are just 9k, and they attack you for 14, you're sitting on him, drop a 10k, no pass, easy. So I think he's really clutch. I feel like putting him in really changed the way that the deck is played out now, and it just helps a lot. Moving on to grade 1s, we play 4 Mist Ghost. So when you call this card, you can count +1 and give both your Vanguards +4k each, so your Vanguard gets +8k. It's one of the massive power gains for Sin Buster. Once I called 3 of them, gave +24, so you know, it's serious business, especially on the Break Right turn. This is basically like one of the setups for your finisher. I only played 2 10k boosters. I feel like it's enough. I only really use him when I did not kill someone on the Break Right turn, or I just get him on the Break Right turn for even more power. So he just boosts for 10k when you're in Legion, so he doesn't boost Daikaiser for 10k. I play 2 Quinta Walls because sometimes I just don't have anything to drop for a perfect shield, or if I don't get Daikaiser, then, you know, I want early Legion with Sin Buster, so it can help, and sometimes I stay very defensive in early games, so I might need that. And then I play 2 Perfect Guards. It's self-explanatory, just a Perfect Guard. Then we have 2 more grade 1s. I play 3 Laurels, not 4. Mainly I don't have space for 4th one and I feel better playing just 3. I always get him when I need to, and yeah, his skill is when your Vanguard hits anything, you can rest 4 units, including this guy if you want, but yes, you have to rest 4 dimensional police units and your Vanguard can restand. So on break right turn when you're hitting for that 100k, then you know, restand, hit for another 100k and it's GG. So moving on to the final grade 1, I played just 1 Deathblade. Very controversial card. Not a lot of people get why I play this. Basically, you call him Soul Blast 1, give something else +5. What I usually do is like I have like a 9k rear guard here and one here, so I call him here, give the +5 here. So it's basically like I have 2 5k boosters on both sides. So he can be pretty good. He can also boost the Vanguard when on break right turn. So I feel like just 1 is nice. I like playing like at least 1 card in the deck that has like 1 copy of it. Then we play 5 critical triggers. For the Metalborg one of the Dimensional Robo one. We play 4 draws, and we play 4 heals, pretty standard. And finally, I play 3 stands. She is such an amazing card. Not just waifu, but also good skill. When you call her, you can put her in the soul. Well, basically, when she's on the field, you can put her in the soul and give both your Vanguards +3k each. So your Vanguard can attack for 6k. I mean, your Vanguard can get a 6k boost, and you can stack it, so 6, 12, 18, you know, it just adds so much for that OTK finisher on break right turn. So I think she's so important. I don't play a 4th one because I still want that 1 additional crit for pressure. It can change things. I think 3 is enough for now, so yeah, that's pretty much for the deck. Now I'll show you some of the kind of techniques you can do to basically just win faster, and yeah. So let's say this is like your, I don't know, turn 3 field, you just roll Die Kaiser, or you're just sitting on 3 damage, your opponent isn't giving you the break ride, so you can't do the break ride OTK yet. So what you do, you look, let's say this is your hand, so you got, I don't know, a couple of triggers, a grade 2, a grade 1 that you can use to boost this guy, and then you got a Die Kaiser that you're not going to use. So what do? Release that Generation Zone, grab a G unit, if it's Harmonics, Messiah, or whatever, stride it, then make sure you get your final rear guard in, then attack. And unless you don't know, though I think this is fairly hyped and most people know because this is the reason why this guy got limited, is that you can attack with your G unit on Vanguard, rear guard, whatever, as long as it hits. First, of course, you drive check your 3 cards. Yeah, I didn't draw, but whatever. And then, if it hit anything, you use Laurel's skill and your G unit can restand. So you can get 6 drive checks for nothing, basically, for just resting your rear guards, which honestly, these are not exactly strong attacks, and you won't be getting that strong attacks anyway, because DP's main focus is the center line, so, you know. And yeah, so if you know somebody, like, if you can catch somebody off, like in my tournament, somebody didn't actually know about this combo, so I just caught them off and got 6 drive checks for basically nothing. So, and even if like they do know about it, it's gonna be so much pressure. This on its own is like, what, 27 plus 6, that's 33, that hits cross rides well as well. So 33, you either have to perfect guard or drop a lot of your hand just to protect yourself. So this is one kind of way to stall out, and if you can't break right yet, just stride. Even if Laurel gets limited and you don't have him here, just striding is always going to be good. Get rid of those Die Kaisers that are useless. So that's one kind of play that you can make while waiting for your break ride. And finally, the marvelous break ride turn. So you're at 4 damage, as you can see over here, and you know you got your Sin Buster in hand. You know, just what you need. So basically, you know, just break right the Sin Buster, get your Legion out, and then once you've Legioned, you just try to capitalize. Like, don't worry about, like, unless you see that you're definitely gonna die next turn. Like, if your opponent's at 4 damage, go all out. Like, trust me, you will finish them off. If you have even if you have like 2 of these and 1 stand trigger, it's gonna be like, what? You got 20 here, 30 with a break ride, 40 with a 10k, plus 6, that's 46, plus the 8, that's gonna be 54, then that's gonna be 62, 70, that's 70 already. Add another 10k, I mean another stand trigger, that's 76 already. Unless even your opponent has like 15 cards in hand, if they're not all grade 0s, or at least more than half of them are not grade 0s, he's gonna be either 1 to passing you, or he's gonna just go no guard, you're gonna Laurel, you're gonna restand, and you're gonna hit again, and they can't guard again. And it's just amazing. Even if they're 3 damage, it's worth the risk, because chances are, I mean, like this hand, even if you drive check, like, I don't know, these things, like, even if you drive check this, you're probably not going to survive the next turn without a perfect guard or something, because most things are pretty aggressive in the current meta, so you want to just go YOLO, just go crazy when your opponent's at, like, 3 damage even. Like 2 is when it gets really risky, because chances are if you don't get enough aggression and you don't get like if you don't hit over 70, then it might be a bit like lackluster. Because if you're hitting just around 50, they'll usually have enough grade 0s to guard it. But other than that, yeah, you have amazing draw power from him. You have nice retire power from Orebuster, who I don't have here sadly. You have the pressure from Daikaiser. It's a nice deck. Sorry for that little disruption. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck list. Like it has, like I said, it has amazing pressure. It doesn't have the consistency of some other decks, but if you can stall on your break card until you get your Laurel, you get your massive power boosters like Mist Ghost and the Stand Trigger, and then you just break card, you Legion. You can keep re-legioning too to put back crits and stuff like that. And it's just a really nice deck in my opinion. Like I think even after GBT01, just get the Atmos and just kind of keep playing it, because like I love DP. You guys know I love DP, but basically like I'm tempted to just keep playing this like for as long as I can, for as long as Laurel's not limited, and even then the extra booster will be out, so there'll be new stuff to play with. So honestly, this is my favorite deck in the meta right now. I will be doing a meta analysis soon, so this will be featured there, but this is my favorite deck. Like out of 30 people, I managed to get 3rd place. I think that's pretty good for, I mean, DP, come on, you don't see that topping that much. Even in ARG, they need to play Frozen Ogle to top, and I don't play that yet, so yeah. That's pretty much it, and tell me guys what you think of the deck profile. I don't do them that often, so it is nice to get feedback if you want more of them or not. You will see this deck featured in a fight next week, so yeah, until then, see you guys later.